Most people don't know how many steaks actually come from a beef shoulder. So, Butcher Jerd here, and today, guys, let's figure it out. So, first things first, we've got to get the bones out. So, we're starting the shins, rolling around. You can use that for osso buco. You usually use the hindquarter shin, but some people do use the forequarter as well, especially small butcher shops when it gets to that busy winter time of the year and you just need to get it done. All shins go. You know what I mean? So, we're exposing the top of the bone. There's a little joint here, so we'll run over that. And just going around that little elbow and back down around the flat of the bone. Pop, 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 pop. Nice and easy. And this one will just peel off. Bit rough on this. I haven't done, a blade like this for, I don't know, a good couple months. So, yeah, I was in a rush and I just slashed it away. So, probably should have taken more time for the video content, which I'm starting to learn to do. But this one, I really didn't. So, bolar bones are out. 1 and 2. Dog's favorite treat, these ones. And next, we got the blade. We got the oyster blade. And the little thing called the petite tender, which no one really sees, but it's pretty good. It's as good as a rump, if not better, of good cattle. So I'll show you where it is. First things first, we'll trim this up a bit, and it's right here, sitting on top here between the bolar and the the Y bone sort of section. There is a petite tender. Pop. Look at that. Following the seam, knock it off, and that's that. Easy as. Little tenderloin, which is actually bloody delicious. So running down here, separating them both, there was a little seam there you could see, but that's the bolar blade. Actually makes some decent steaks if it's off good cattle. But all these shoulder cuts are beautiful. Like, they can be used slow, they can be used fast. Like, it just depends. If you know what you're doing and you know what you got, it goes all right. Undercut, diced, casserole, mince, nothing special. Down along the side here is the oyster blade. Absolutely delicious. You can cut it out as oyster blade steaks, but like towards the top where that ball joint is, the first 3-4 steaks, they've got a big hard run of gristle in them, so they're a bit tough. But what you can do is you can run your knife down along them flat, and you get, what do? You get your flat iron steaks. Something else pretty cool, a bit special. So what I did there, I was just scooped a bit of fat off, because this one actually has a fair bit of surface fat, and my fingers, I can't feel the tips of my fingers anymore, so I was struggling to feel where the bone was. Hence why we've got a bit of meat on the bone, which we'll have to trim up after. That's actually shocking. Usually I do it a lot better than that. Looking back, I'm like, oof, I'm going to get roasted on that online. Anyway, is what it is. That's the game. Sometimes you're just not perfect, Anyway, pull that blade bone out, and that is your oyster blade. So we'll take the top off. Nice and easy. Just running along that fat there, and it should just peel straight off with a nice sharp knife. And then pretty much what you do from here is you flip that side down. So you turn it over, flip it down, and run your knife pretty much along that big, thick bit of sinew in the middle, just fleecing it down and around until run it off. I don't know why I didn't do it. Probably just wasn't even thinking about it. I get a bit flustered when I start doing video content, especially with all the boys laughing at me and whatever else. It's one of those things. Anyway, we've got our bolar blade off. We've got our undercut here we're working on, which will pretty much go on the mince. It's not very good for much at all. Mince and diced. We've got our donkey dick, is what we used to call it. Chuck tender is what they call it these days in the export market. Bit of a nicer name. And you got your little petite tender. And there's all your cuts. Out of a shoulder. Couple good steaks, couple good slow cooks. Something different. Anyway, you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.